MMA people. All right. One thing I want to make very clear. If you care about the fighters in the UFC, if you care about MMA in general, then you need to go and support Jake Paul and what he's doing. Is Jake Paul a cringy MF? Absolutely. But what he's doing is ultimately better for the fans' experience, for the fighters' experience, for everybody involved. I mean, maybe not the UFC execs, but they're not going to be liking it, especially early on, but who gives a fuck?
And we even partnered with a longtime enemy, Eddie Hearn. Yes, we're holding hands now, taking over, continuing to do business together. We signed Sky Nicholson to MVP, and this just goes to show the type of partnerships and things we will be doing moving forward, changing the game. The UFC has done great for shaping MMA, but the fighters are oftentimes left underpaid and put on a shelf if they don't obey the company's rules. Just look at Tom Aspinall, for example. John Jones, who should have fought on the UFC White House card. It has always been our mission at MVP to put fighters first and to put them on the biggest platforms in the world. And we have proven time and time again that we can do that. The problem has been that the fighters want to be as famous and as well known and build their brand as big as possible. But there was really only one place to go and do that in the sport of MMA. But sincerely, with this partnership with MVP and PFL, we have seriously changed the game. And for the fans, this is massive for you as well, because we will never stray away.
So if you want to keep getting shitty UFC fight night events, then keep treating Jake Paul like a misfit, right? Keep treating him like a misfit, pun intended. But also, Dana White is clearly checked out of the UFC. He doesn't have interest in it. He can't tell you if Islam is breaking Anderson Silva's record or tying it. Even after he asks someone, he comes back around and still gets it wrong the next day or so, right? But if you ask him, oh, power slap, he got answers for you there, even though that shit is falling down by the minute. But if you ask him about Zuffa boxing as well, oh, he's all into it. He has the energy. He's amped up. Enthusiastic about it. UFC, he doesn't care. He couldn't care less. So if you guys actually care, which I'm sure you do, we have to fucking, unfortunately, support Jake Paul and whatever the hell he gives us. It's time to get this going. Right now, what we're seeing is an opportunity to take the UFC to the next level. They're giving us all these bullshit fights. Paramount gave them all this money to be able to put on the best fights possible without having to worry about taking L's, taking losses. Just like how they were able to do the White House card, take a $30 million loss, which is a one-off, sure. But the fact that they can do that, that's what they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be going out and giving the fans the events that we want to see. They have the money to be able to pay the fighters handsomely and still make a profit. But instead, they're just trying to suck in all this money and sit on it and then funnel that into the Zuffa boxing era is what I'm seeing. Because where would this money be coming from? How they're able to just pay these Zuffa fighters $15-30 million like it's nothing. But John Jones can't get paid. Conor McGregor can't get paid. All these other fighters can't get paid. But Conor Ben comes over, walks into a $15 million payday, right? So with Jake Paul, if we support Jake Paul and we support his events, I don't care if you watch the event or not. When Jake Paul has an event, turn the fucking TV on and just let it sit there and play. Even if you're not watching, which you should watch. But again, if Jake Paul has success in MVP MMA, which is taking over PFL, whatever. If Jake Paul has success and it gives fighters a viable option to leave the UFC once their contract is up, it incentivizes the fighters to have shorter contracts with the UFC. When these guys like John Jones and Alex Pereira go out there, sign 8-fight deals with the UFC, knowing that they're not going to fulfill those contracts, that puts everybody else in the promotion in a bad spot. Because whenever it's time for them to renegotiate, they say, oh, well, John just signed 8 fights. Alexa signed 8 fights. We don't give out short-term contracts like that. Okay, now you got these guys locked in who are supposed to be independent contractors, which is bullshit because they don't have any of the benefits of an independent contractor. None of the benefits. They can't go contract anywhere else except for the UFC. But they don't get any of the benefits of an actual employee. So you get these guys locked in for these long deals, and now they can't go out and fight in other promotions. But what Jake Paul is doing is really good for the sport, because not only is he going to have a option for them to go in and get paid, but it will also put pressure on the UFC to put on better fights that we want to see. Why the fuck have we allowed the UFC to keep Sean O'Malley and Umar Nurmagomedov from each other this entire time? How the hell have they not fought yet? This is the shit that I'm talking about. The UFC talks about, whoa, the boxing model is broken, and the reason that boxing is so bad is because the best never fight the best, and they never fight each other when they're supposed to fight each other. But UFC is going and doing the same exact shit that they claimed to build upon, or build their whole brand around not doing. We build our brand around doing all the bad things that boxing does and good things that they do. So they took the bad that boxing does and removed it, and took the good and kept it, and that's what we got, which is bullshit, because they're doing the same exact thing. They're doing the same exact thing that the boxers do. They're adding in the WWE shit, and then we get this, and they throw shit on the wall, slop on the wall. They don't care about what the fans experience anymore. They don't care what we want. They don't care because they know, guess what? That money is already in the fucking bank. Those checks are getting cashed and deposited. And the fans are already committed to the UFC. The core base is going to watch. People like me, people like you, whoever's watching this video, we're going to watch regardless. But what we also have to do is support the other organization, like the PFL, MMA promotions coming up in MMA. We have to support that. If we want better fights and better products in the UFC, that's what we have to do. MMA House on MMA Block. We're in the middle of MMAville. And yes, we keep it real.
And for the fans, this is massive for you as well, because we will never stray away